Hello everyone, welcome to Career Launcher, and in today's session what we are going to do, so this is an ongoing series for DILR, and today's topic is going to be set theory. So what we are going to do in set theory, we are going to solve few sets of set theory, and we are going to understand that when you are going to figure out that whether it is a question of set theory or not, and if you figure out if this is a question of set theory, then what should be your approach to solve those kind of questions. So let's start. So this is the first set that we have picked. Now it says 1,000 patients currently suffering from a disease were selected to study the effectiveness of treatment of 4 types of medicines A, B, C, and D. These patients were first randomly assigned into 2 groups of equal size called as treatment group and control group. Okay. The patients in the control group were not treated with any of the medicines, and they were given dummy medicines called placebo. Okay. So this is going to be placebo effect. Okay. Containing only sugar and starch. Okay. And the following information is known about the patients in the treatment group. Okay. So from here, what I can figure out, there are 1,000 people, and 1,000 people are divided into 2 categories. Now, what are the 2 categories? One is going to be treatment group, another one is called as control group. And these are equal groups. So treatment groups contain how many people? 500 people. Control group is contains how many people? 500 people, because equal groups. Okay. Now, how many of the medicines are given? 4 medicines, A, B, C, and D. So I know there are 4 medicines, and there are 500 group in treatment group and 500 people in control group. And in control group, no one is getting any medicine out of A, B, C, and D. Okay. And this is the only information I have figured out so far. Now let's read information. Okay. A total of 250 patients were treated with type A medicine, and 210 were treated with type C medicine. Okay. 25 were treated with A only. Okay. So now this second line is telling me that it is a question of set theory. Now, why? Because there are 250 people who are being treated with a type A medicine, and 25 people who are being treated with type A only. It means the remaining 225 will be treated with A plus B, A plus C, A plus D, or A plus B plus C, or A plus B plus D, or something of that type. So basically, there is going to be some overlap with A and B, A and C, A and D, and these kind of things. So from the second line itself, I can figure out whether it is a question of set theory or not. Okay. Now it says 210 patients were treated with type C. Now it says 20 were treated with type C only. Okay. 10 patients were treated with type D only. So basically, again, all these points are telling me that it is a question of Venn diagram or set theory. Okay. So I'm going to solve this. Now, the important point is this: there are 4 categories A, B, C, and D. Okay. So I need the Venn diagram of 4. So what is the Venn diagram of 4 and how do we draw it? Okay. So whenever you are going to get a Venn diagram of 4, so this, let me draw a little bigger so that it will be easy to write for me. So this type of Venn diagram you make. So basically initially it looks like a grid. So this, and this. Now after that you draw this, a dome type of thing, then again this, then again this, then again this. Now this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. This part is called as only A, this part is called as only B, this part is called as only C, and this part is called as only D. This part is called as only A and B. This part is called as only A and C. This is called as only A and D. This is called as only B and C, only B and D. This is called as only C and D. This part is called as only A, B, and C. This is called as only A, C, and D. This is called as only B, C, and D. And this is called as only A, C, and D. And this part is called as all four. So you need to remember all these things. Now, if I'm saying A and B, so now this part is only A and B. Now, what is A and B? So A and B is going to look like this. This whole part is A and B. So this is the important point that you need to remember. Okay. Now here what I'm going to say, I'm going to get 250 people who are getting the medicine A. This is going to be 210. Second thing. And then what else? Second point tells me 25 are only A. So this is 25. 20 are treated with only C. Okay, so only C is 20. I think I made a mistake somewhere, and that mistake was it's not B, it's C. So this is C. So and C is what? 210. Okay. Now what else do I have? 10 are treated with only D. So this is T. 10. Okay. Now 35 were treated with A and D only. Okay. So this value comes out to be 35. That is A and D only. And this is, I know, that is 35. 20 are treated with A and B only. So A and B, this value is given to us as 20. Okay. 30 are treated with A and C only. So A and C only is 30. Okay. So it is given us a lot of information. Okay. 20 were treated with C and D only. So C and D only is 20. Okay. 100 are treated with exactly 3 type of medicine. So exactly 3 type means this, and this. Summation of all 4 numbers is going to be 100, and that is given to us. Okay. Now 40 are given by A, B, and C, but not D. So B, A, B, and C is 40. So summation of remaining 3 becomes 60. Okay. 20 were treated with A, C, and D, but not B. Okay. So A, C, and D, but not D. This is 20. Okay. Now anything else is missing? Okay. 50 were given all 4 type of medicines. So this value becomes 50. And what else? And 75 are given exactly 1 type of medicine. Okay. So exactly 1 type means this is 25. This is 20. That is 45. 45 plus 10, 55. And total summation is 75. So only B becomes 20. And this is what we are getting easily. Okay. Now the set, I would say it has become much easier for us. And why I'm saying it has become much easier for us, because the summation of A, that is what is A, is this whole value. This whole value is given to us as 250, and out of that a lot of numbers are given. So I can solve it easily. So 25 plus 35 is 60. 60 plus 40 is 100. Now 100 plus 30 plus 20 plus 50, that is 200. 200 plus 20 is 220. Total summation is 250. So this value becomes 30. Okay. Now this is this plus this plus this plus this is given to us as 100. So 40 plus 20, 60. 60 plus 30, 90. So this becomes 10. Okay. Now in this, the summation of all the numbers should be 210. So 30, 20, 50, that is 100. 100 plus this 40 plus 10, 150. 150 plus this is going to be what? 100, 150 plus 40 is 190. And total sum is 210. So this value becomes 20. Okay. Now one value is missing, but I don't know the value of B as well as I don't know the value of D. Okay. Now how I'm going to get it? The question has initially told us that the summation of all the treatment group is equal to 500. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add up all the numbers and I'm going to see whether my sum is equal to 500 or not. So basically this is already equal to 250. So I'm not going to add these numbers. 250 plus 20 plus 20 plus 10, that is 300. 320 plus 20 plus 10, that is going to be 350. So remaining value becomes 150. So this value becomes 150 and this is what we are getting. Okay. So more or less we got every number that was possible in Venn diagram. Now let's look at the questions and solve the answers. Now it is asking, the first question is, how many patients were treated with type B? ठीक है. So type B कितने लोगों ने लिया है? That is going to be 20 plus 20 plus 10, that is 50. 50 plus 150 is 200. 200 plus 50 plus 30 plus 20, that is 300. 300 plus 40 is going to be 340. So B कितने लोगों ने लिया है? That is going to be 340. ठीक है. Now, how many patients were treated with B and D only? So B and D only is the last number that we got, that is equal to 150. Pretty straightforward one. Now the next one, the number of patients who were treated with B, C and D but not A. मतलब B होना चाहिए, C होना चाहिए और D नहीं होना चाहिए, sorry, B, C, D होना चाहिए लेकिन A नहीं होना चाहिए. That is this number and that is equal to 10. Okay, now the number of patients who were treated with medicine D. So बच्चा medicine अपना B था, अब अपना D आ रहा है. तो यहाँ पे भी हमको total sum करना पड़ेगा. That we are going to do. That is going to be 100 and 50 plus 50, that is 200. 200 plus 50, 250, 250 plus 20, 270, 270, 290, 290 plus 35, 325. तो कितने लोगों ने टोटल मेडिसिन डी ली है? दैट इज 325. So answer of this question is going to be 325. Whether we have next question or solutions. So we got all the answers correct. So basically this set is, I would say, if you know how to draw the Venn diagram of a set of 4, this is an extremely easy question. अगर अपने पास, अगर आपको Venn diagram of 4 बनाना नहीं आता, then I hope this helped. So Venn diagram of 4 में generally इतना आसान question नहीं होता, because you have given more or less every number over here. You need to figure out only 3-4 numbers in the diagram. Rest every number that we had was already given to us. तो I would say अगर आपको 4 वाला आता है तो ये आसान है. अगर 4 वाला नहीं आता, then I won't say it is very easy, because that in these kind of sets you are going to struggle a lot if you don't know how to draw a Venn diagram of 4. And again, remember, in Venn diagram, in set theory, A is not same as only A. Only A is different. A is different. A means we are talking about the total number of this. Only A means we are talking about only this value. So basically, let me draw one diagram that is going to help you understand. And if you can remember these things, then I think it is going to be much more easier for you. कि मैं ये Venn diagram बना रहा हूँ. So I am going to write the numbers 1 1 1 1. 1 1 1 1 means exactly one category. Exactly one category का मतलब only A, only B, only C, only D. 2 to 2 category, 2 का मतलब exactly 2 categories, मतलब A and B, only A and B, only C and D. ठीक है, only A and C, only B and C, only A and D, only B and D. ठीक है. 3 3 3 3, exactly 3 categories, that is A, B and C. A, C, and D, B, C, and D, and A, B, and D. 4 means all 4 categories. So if you can remember this diagram, this is going to help you a lot to solve any question of Venn diagram of 4. This is going to help you a lot. Okay, now let's move on to the next set. Okay, so before we move on to the next set, just look at the test series. Test series of MBA 2026 is live, and we have proved in the previous years that this is a test series that has always been very close to the actual exam. So it is something that you must start doing right now, because not even 6 months are left. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. ठीक है. A chart below provides complete information about the number of countries visited by Dheeraj, Samantha, and Nitesh in Asia, Europe, and rest of the world. ठीक है. So this question looks like it is a question of a bar graph, but let's see. So basically, it is saying that Dheeraj is going to 3 countries in Asia, 7 countries in Europe, and 1 country in rest of the world. ठीक है. So when we are saying 3, 7 and 1, तो इसका मतलब धीरज अगर 3 कंट्री जा रहे हैं, तो इसका मतलब ऐसा नहीं होगा कि ही इज गोइंग टू श्रीलंका 3 times. इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. अगर वो 3 कंट्रीज विजिट कर रहा है, मींस 1 country will be your China, other country will be Nepal, third country is going to be Sri Lanka. So basically 3 different countries he is visiting. Here he is visiting 7 different countries. Here he is visiting 1 country. A country multiple times nahi hogi. So we are talking about total of 3 plus 7 plus 1. So Dheeraj is going to 11 countries, 11 distinct countries. For example, if I'm talking about Samantha, this is 9 and this is 4. So Samantha is traveling to total 13 countries. ठीक है. Nitesh is visiting. This is 1, this is 6, this is 12, 17 countries. ठीक है. So this is the total information that is given to us, and rest of the world, Europe and Asia, 3 different continents की बात हो रही है. चलिए. Now additional information is given. So now let's say what are the total number of countries that are being visited. That is going to be how much? 11, 13 plus 17 is 30, 30 plus 11 is 41. So total number of countries that are being visited are 41. ठीक है. ये चीज हमें पता है. 41 countries are being visited. Okay. Now the first point itself is saying 32 countries were visited by at least one of them. इसका मतलब जो 41 countries का हमारा सम आ रहा है, उसमें कहीं ना कहीं ओवरलैप होगा. अदरवाइज 32 कंट्रीज नहीं हो सकती. अब ओवरलैप अगर मैं बात करूं तो ओवरलैप धीरज के लिए नहीं हो सकता, समांथा के लिए भी नहीं हो सकता, नितेश के लिए भी नहीं हो सकता. लेकिन ओवरलैप कहां पे हो सकता है? हो सकता है कि व्हेन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट एशिया की 3 कंट्री ये जा रहा है, एशिया की 1 कंट्री ये जा रहा है, तो हो सकता है कि ये जो एक कंट्री है, लेट्स से नितेश एंड धीरज बोथ आर विजिटिंग टू भूटान. सो इसका मतलब नितेश भूटान गया तो 1 कंट्री कवर हो गई, धीरज 3 कंट्री गया, 3 कंट्री में 1 भूटान थी, एक अपना नेपाल हो गया, 1 श्रीलंका हो गया. सो 3 कंट्रीज यहाँ पे हो गई. सो बेसिकली देयर माइट बी सम ओवरलैप. Here, this might be some overlap. Here, there might be some overlap, and I won't say it might be, it must be. अगर must be नहीं, must be इसलिए because यहाँ पे 41 की वैल्यू आ रही है और यहाँ पे 32 हमें पहले पॉइंट पे ही दिया हुआ है. इसका मतलब, इसका स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड हमें एक ही मतलब समझ में आता है कि कुछ कंट्रीज जो है वो मल्टीपल लोग विजिट कर रहे हैं. इसका मतलब ये है दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ वेन डायग्राम. जो डेटा हमको गिवन है वो भले हमें बार ग्राफ के फॉर्म में दिया हुआ है, लेकिन ये है क्वेश्चन वेन डायग्राम. चलिए, उसके अलावा एडिशनल इंफॉर्मेशन गिवन है कि यूएसए इज द ओनली कंट्री दैट वाज विजिटेड बाय ऑल 3 ऑफ देम. ठीक है. तो इसका मतलब जो चाइना है, सॉरी, अगर मैं ROW के अलावा बात करूं, यूरोप की बात करूं, तो यूरोप में कोई कंट्री ऐसी नहीं है जो तीनों लोग गए हैं. और एशिया में भी कोई कंट्री नहीं है जो तीनों लोग गए हैं। वो मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ बिकॉज द सेकेंड पॉइंट इज डायरेक्टली टेलिंग मी यूएसए इन आरओडब्ल्यू, यूएसए इज द ओनली कंट्री जो तीनों लोग गए हैं। तो इसका मतलब आरओडब्ल्यू की एक कंट्री दैट इज यूएसए, उसको छोड़ के कोई भी अलग कॉन्टिनेंट में तीनों लोग सेम कंट्री विजिट नहीं किए। चाइना केवल एक ही कंट्री है जिसको धीरज और नितेश दोनों लोग गए हैं लेकिन समानता नहीं गई। फ्रांस इकलौती ऐसी कंट्री है एशिया के बाहर जिसको धीरज और समानता गए हैं लेकिन नीतीश नहीं गया। एंड हाफ ऑफ द कंट्रीज विजिटेड बाय बोथ समानता एंड नीतीश आर इन यूरोप। ठीक है, तो देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन दैट इज गिवन और हमको फिगर आउट करना है। सो अब मैं यहाँ पे देख रहा हूँ कि हमें वेन डायग्राम बनाने पड़ेंगे, लेकिन वेन डायग्राम कैसे बनेंगे? सो वेन डायग्राम हमें बनाने पड़ेंगे तीन। और तीन क्यों? एक एशिया के लिए, एक यूरोप के लिए और एक आरओडब्ल्यू के लिए हमें तीन बनाने पड़ेंगे। ठीक है, तो मैं क्या करता हूँ, मैं सबसे पहले ड्रॉ करता हूँ एशिया के लिए। नाउ यू माइट से कि एशिया के लिए क्यों? पहला पॉइंट तो आरओडब्ल्यू के लिए है, तो एशिया के लिए क्यों? तो एशिया के लिए इसलिए क्योंकि अगर मैं एशिया के लिए वैल्यू उठा के देखूं, ये 3 है, ये 0 है, ये 1 है, तो इसका मतलब मेरे लिए ये चीज बहुत आसान हो जाएगी सॉल्व करना। ये हो गया धीरज, ये हो गया समांथा, ये हो गया नितेश। ठीक है, अब इसको आगे समझते हैं। धीरज की कितनी है? 3। समांथा की कितनी है? 0। नीतीश का कितना है? 1। अब समांथा का 0 है तो सब 0 हो गया। अब यहाँ पे ये समझते हैं चाइना इज विजिटेड बाय धीरज एंड नितेश, तो यहाँ पे हो गया 1। सो ये 1 हो गया, तो ये वैल्यू क्या हो गई? 0। तो ये वैल्यू क्या हो गई? 2। So what are the total number of countries in Asia? That is 2 plus 1 plus 0, and that is going to be 3. So in Asia there are 3 countries that we have. ठीक है, अब आते हैं अगला आरओडब्ल्यू पे। आरओडब्ल्यू और यूरोप में डायरेक्टली कोई जीरो नहीं है, तो हमको सॉल्व भी करना पड़ेगा पूरा। सो कोई भी उठा सकते हैं पहले, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है। मैं आरओडब्ल्यू उठा रहा हूँ, अगर आप चाहें तो यूरोप उठा लीजिए, उससे भी कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा। Now this is Dheeraj, this is Samantha and this is Nitesh. And for Dheeraj, ROW के लिए ये 1 है, ये 4 है और ये अपना 12। ROW में एक कंट्री है जो तीनों लोग गए हैं, दैट इज यूएसए। धीरज की टोटल वैल्यू भी 1 है, इसका मतलब ये भी 0, ये भी 0, ये भी 0। ये वाला नंबर हमें पता नहीं है, सो लेट्स से दिस इज ए। So if this is A, so 4 में से ये 1 हो गया, बचा 3, 3 में से ये A हो गया, बचा 3 minus A, so this value becomes 3 minus A। ये 12 है, 12 में से 1 हो गया, ये हो गया A, so remaining value क्या हो गई? 11 minus A। ठीक है, now what are the total number of countries in ROW? That is going to be, मैं बोलूंगा इसका पूरा का पूरा सम तो 4 आ रहा है, 4 plus 11 minus A, that is going to be 15 minus A, and that is the total number of countries I am getting in ROW। ठीक है, अब आ जाते हैं हम यूरोप पे। ये आ गया अपना यूरोप। अब यहाँ पे क्या है? दैट इज गोइंग टू बी धीरज, देन समांथा, देन नितेश। एंड नितेश का यूरोप में है 6, समांथा का है 9 एंड नितेश का, धीरज का है 7। ठीक है, ऑल 3 तो एक ही है, दैट इज इन यूएसए, तो ऑल 3 तो 0 हो गया यहाँ पे। ठीक है, धीरज और नीतीश एक ही कंट्री गए हुए हैं, धीरज एंड नितेश एक ही कंट्री गए हुए हैं, दैट इज जो हमको यहाँ पे मिल गई, मतलब ये वाली वैल्यू भी 0 हो गई। ठीक है, France is the only country outside Asia which has been visited both by Dheeraj and Samantha but not Nitesh, मतलब ये वाली वैल्यू हो गई 1। ठीक है, आउटसाइड यूरोप की बात, आउटसाइड एशिया की बात कर रहे हैं, इसका मतलब ये वाली वैल्यू तो 0 ही है, तो ये 1 हो गया। अब इसके बाद क्या होगा? यहाँ पे टोटल 7 है, ये 1 है, तो ये 6 हो गया। ठीक है, नाउ अब बेसिकली यहाँ पे ये बोल रहा है कि ये 1 plus A है। ठीक है, half of the countries visited by both Samantha and Nitesh. Samantha and Nitesh ने यहाँ पे ये टोटल नंबर ऑफ कंट्रीज हैं जो विजिट की हुई हैं, यहाँ पे ये टोटल नंबर ऑफ कंट्रीज हैं जो इन्होंने विजिट की हुई हैं, और यहाँ पे ये टोटल कंट्रीज हैं जो दोनों ने विजिट की हुई हैं। खैर इसको लेके बॉदर करने की जरूरत नहीं है क्योंकि ये तो जीरो। अब ये है कि जो टोटल कंट्रीज हैं उसमें से 50% जो है वो यूरोप में है, तो 50% अगर यूरोप में है तो 50% रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड में होंगी। तो रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड में अगर 1+a है तो यहाँ पे भी 1+a होना चाहिए। सो दिस वैल्यू बिकम्स 1+a। सो 9 में से ये 1+a है, ये 1 है, सो दिस बिकम्स 7-a। और 6 में से ये 1+a है, सो दिस वैल्यू बिकम्स 5-a। नाउ व्हाट आर द टोटल नंबर ऑफ कंट्रीज वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट? ये पूरा का पूरा सम हो गया 9, ये हो गया 6, 15, 0 प्लस 5-a, सो ये हो गया 20-a। एंड दिस इज व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग इनटू। ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे क्या है कि टोटल नंबर ऑफ कंट्रीज दैट आर विजिटेड आर 32। ठीक है, सो एशिया में 3 कंट्री विजिट की, ROW में 15-a कंट्री विजिट की, और यूरोप में 20-a कंट्रीज विजिट की, और टोटल नंबर ऑफ कंट्रीज दैट आर विजिटेड आर 32। सो दैट गिव्स अस कितना हो गया? 18, 20, 38 minus 2a, and that is equal to 32. So 2a becomes 6 and a becomes 3. So a becomes 3, तो ये तो 0 हो गया, ये 8 हो गया, ये a अपना 3 हो गया, ये वाली वैल्यू अपनी 4 आ गई, 7-3 ये भी अपना 4 आ गया, एंड 5-3 ये अपना 2 हो गया। ठीक है, अब हम आगे देख लेते हैं क्वेश्चन। सब कुछ तो आ ही गया, अब बस क्वेश्चन देखने हैं। How many countries in Asia were visited by at least one of Dheeraj, Samantha and Nitesh? ये तो हमने बहुत ही जल्दी निकाल लिया था। When we started making the Venn diagram, the first value we got was the value of Asia. That was 3 countries. ठीक है, how many countries in ROW were visited by both Nitish and Samantha? ठीक है, so ROW में टोटल नितेश और समांथा ने टोटल कितनी कंट्रीज विजिट की हैं? That is equal to 1+3. Nitesh and Samantha, that is going to be 4. तो इसका आंसर आ गया अपना 4. ठीक है, how many countries in Europe were visited only by Nitish? So only by Nitish is 5-a, and that is going to be 2. And how many countries in Europe were visited by exactly one of the धीरज, Samantha and Nitish? Exactly one पूछ रहे हैं यहाँ पे, तो exactly one का मतलब ये है कि या तो धीरज गया है केवल, या केवल समांथा गई है, या केवल नितेश गया है। तो इसका आंसर जो होगा that is going to be 12, and that is going to be option 2. Now let's see, did we get the answers right? 3, 2, 4, 12, 3, 2, 4, 12, and this is how we should approach any set of Venn diagram. And with this, if anyone has any doubt, kindly drop me a message. Thank you.